Hi boys and girls, I'm Miss Dara, and today we are singing about Piggy Tails. And all those piggies need to get their cute little tails into the bathtub. They've been rolling and playing in the mud all day. That's how they stay cool when it's hot outside. Do you roll in the mud to stay cool in the summer? I don't think your grown-ups would like that very much, would they? So how do you keep cool? Do you jump in the pool, or maybe run through the sprinkler? Maybe you go to the beach or the lake. Maybe you relax outside with a fan or an air conditioner inside and have a nice cold ice pop. But piggies do not do that. It's just their way to roll in the mud. Roll, roll in the mud each and every day. Merrily, 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 that's the piggy's way. Roll, roll in the mud each and every day. Merrily, 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 that's the piggy's way. Oh, and there is so much mud outside the piggy's house for them to roll around in. They get full of mud. It's waiting for me out in the yard. It's hiding over in the neighbor's lot. Doesn't matter if I try real hard, I just can't remember how I got all covered with mud, mud, covered with mud, covered with mud, covered with mud, 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 covered with mud. I brush my teeth and comb my hair. I scrub my face until it glows. Polish my shoes until they shine. Put on my finest dress-up clothes. The sun is shining in a clear blue sky. There's not a rain cloud anywhere. I open the door and I step outside. Oh no, not again. It's just not fair. I'm covered with mud, mud, covered with mud, covered with mud, covered with mud, 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 covered with mud. All the piggies are in that muddy puddle, rolling around, maybe flinging some mud around and having a fine time playing. One little, two little, three little piggies, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little piggies, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little piggies, 10 little piggies in the mud. Would you like to count some piggies with me? We'll count from 1 to 10 and we'll roll our arms like those piggies rolling in the mud puddles. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little piggies, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little piggies, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little piggies, 10 piggies rolling in the mud. See the little piggies rolling in the puddle. See the muddy piggies in the muddy puddle. See the little piggies rolling in the puddle all day. How about if we count backwards from 10 down to 1? 10 little, 9 little, 8 little piggies, 7 little, 6 little, 5 little piggies, 4 little, 3 little, 2 little piggies, 1 little piggy in the mud. And our first story today is about that piggy in the puddle. It's by Charlotte Pomerantz. See the piggy, see the puddle, see the muddy little puddle. See the piggy in the middle of the muddy little puddle. See her dawdle, see her diddle in the muddy, muddy middle. See her waddle, plump and little, in the very merry middle. See her daddy, Fuddy-duddy, 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 don't you get all muddy, 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 muddy. You are much too plump and little to be in the muddy middle. Mud is squishy, mud is squashy. Mud is oh so squishy, squashy. What you need is lots of soap. Buck a Piggy answered, squishy, squashy, squishy, squashy. Nope. See her mommy. Fiddle-faddle, fiddle-faddle, fiddle-faddle. Get out of there, skedaddle. Daddle, 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 daddle. You are much too plump and little to be in the muddy middle. Mud is smooshy, mud is squishy. Mud is oh so mushy, squishy. What you need is lots of soap. But the Piggy answered, mushy, squishy, mushy, squishy. Nope. See her brother. Silly Billy, silly Billy, silly Billy, do not waddle willy-nilly, willy-nilly, willy-nilly. You are much too plump and little to be in the muddy middle. Mud is oofy, mud is poofy, mud is oh so oofy poofy. What you need is lots of soap. But the Piggy answered, oofy poofy, oofy poofy. Nope. Now they all stood in a huddle right beside the muddy puddle, and they looked into the puddle. What a muddy, muddy muddle! There was Piggy, plump and little, in the very merry middle. She was waddling, she was paddling, she was diving way down derry. She was wiggling, she was giggling, she was very, very merry. Said the mother, little Piggy, you have made me very mad. Said the father, little Piggy, you have made me very sad. Little Piggy, said the brother, you are very, very bad. Said the Piggy, squishy, squashy, mushy, squishy, very bad. Dear, oh dear, said Piggy's mother, what's a mother pig to do? She thought and thought and thought and thought, and then, of course, she knew. She said, I bet my feet get wet, and jumped in two. See two piggies in the puddle, in the muddy little puddle. See the Piggy and her mommy in the muddy little puddle. Me oh my, said Piggy's father, what's a father pig to do? He thought and thought and thought and thought, and then of course he knew. He said, I bet my tail gets wet, and jumped in two. See three piggies in the puddle, in the muddy little puddle. See Mommy, Daddy, Piggy in the muddy little puddle. Boo-hoo-hoo, cried Piggy's brother. Whatever shall I do? He thought, but not for very long, because, of course, he knew. He held his nose and yelled, here goes, and jumped in two. See four piggies in the puddle, in the muddy little puddle. See the piggies in the middle of the muddy little puddle. See them diddle, big and little, in the very merry middle. Said the daddy, mud is squishy, mud is oh so squishy, squashy. Said the mommy, mud is mushy, mud is oh so mushy, squishy. Said the brother, mud is oofy, mud is oh so oofy, poofy. Said the Piggy, squishy, squashy, mushy, squishy, oofy, poofy. Indeed, said little Piggy, I think we need some soap. But the other piggies answered, oofy, poofy, nope. So they all dove way down derry and were very, very merry. You have piggy toes. 5 piggy toes on each foot equals 10 piggy toes in all. Can you wiggle your piggy toes? 10 little piggies run thumpity thud. 10 little piggies squish into the mud. 10 little piggies so soft and so sweet. Don't you think toes are the best part of feet? Wiggle your piggy toes, jiggle your piggy toes, giggle and wiggle and jiggle your toes. Jiggle your piggy toes, wiggle your piggy toes, run those sweet piggies right up to your rosy nose, run them right up to your nose, piggy toes. 10 little piggies dig into the rug. 10 little piggies curl up like a bag. 10 little piggies go tippy-tip-toe. Toes are the best part of feet, don't you know? Wiggle your piggy toes, jiggle your piggy toes, giggle and wiggle and jiggle your toes. Jiggle your piggy toes, wiggle your piggy toes. Run those sweet piggies right up to your rosy nose. Run them right up to your nose, Piggy Toes. And you can run those piggy toes right through the squishy mud. Oh, I wish I were a little hunk of mud. Oh, I wish I were a little hunk of mud. I'd be ooey, I'd be gooey over everybody's shoey. Oh, I wish I were a little hunk of mud. Oh, I wish I were a little bar of soap. Oh, I wish I were a little bar of soap. I'd make lots and lots of froth, and your skin would be so soft. I wish I were a little bar of soap. Nope. You also have Piggy Fingers. 5 on one hand, 5 on the other, 10 Piggy Fingers. Can you wiggle each finger one at a time? This little piggy went to market, and this little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had ice cream, and this little piggy had none. And this little piggy went wee 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 all the way home. Where'd that piggy go? I think he went home to take a bath. Water is fine, fine, fine. Soap is mine, mine, mine. Scrub and shine, shine, shine. It's my bath time. The water is nice and warm. Makes me feel at home. Like a baby pig. It's my bath time. Oh, bubbly bubbles. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Silky bubbles in my tub, tub, tub. Gonna scrub, scrub, scrub every part of me. It's my bath time. Wash my piggy toes, scrub my ears and nose, wash my body, oh, it's my bath time. Oh, bubbly bubbles. Whoa, silky bubbles. Water is fine, fine, fine. Soap is mine, mine, mine. Scrub and shine, shine, shine. It's my bath time. This book is called Piggies. It's by Don and Audrey Wood. I've got 2 fat little piggies, 2 smart little piggies, 2 long little piggies, 2 silly little piggies, and 2 wee little piggies. Sometimes they're hot little piggies, and sometimes they're cold little piggies. Sometimes they're clean little piggies, and sometimes they're dirty little piggies. Sometimes they're good little piggies, but not at bedtime. That's when they skip down my tummy, dance on my toes, and then run away and hide. So I put them together all in a row for 2 fat kisses, 2 smart kisses, 2 long kisses, 2 silly kisses, and 2 wee kisses good night. Dirt from my head to my toes. It's no secret, everybody knows I gotta take a bath, bubble bath. My mom says, come on now, fill up your tub. It's time to wash up, give yourself a little scrub, but don't let the water run too high. And most of all, don't get that soap in your eye. Go take a bath, bubble bath. Take a bath, take a bubble, take a bath, take a bubble, take a bath, a bubbly bath. You gotta take a bath, bubble bath. Bubbles, bubbles in the air, bubbles floating everywhere. I'll blow bubbles, watch them drop, catch them all before they pop. Bubbles, bubbles in the air, bubbles, bubbles everywhere. I'm a little bubble, soft and light. See me float up high like a kite. See me float down lower, watch me stop. Then I'll surprise you with a pop. 5 little bubbles float and soar. 1 popped on my head, and now we have 4. 4 little bubbles drifting in the breeze. 1 popped on my hand, and now we have 3. 3 little bubbles floating in the blue. 1 popped on my shoulder, and now we have 2. 2 little bubbles, still a lot of fun. 1 popped on my knee, and now we have 1. 1 little bubble sparkles in the sun. 1 popped on my nose, and now we have none. Let's do an echo song. Can you sing each line after me? Like a copycat or an echo? I'll go first. Here we go. Here's a bubble, and you go. Here's a bubble, big and round, big and round. See it floating gently, see it floating gently to the ground, to the ground. Let's try it one more time. Here's a bubble, here's a bubble, big and round, big and round. See it floating gently, see it floating gently to the ground, to the ground. Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 pigs in a tub taking a bath tonight. They'll wash and they'll scrub and they'll splash in the tub until they're all shiny and bright. And one of my favorite stories is called Squeaky Clean, and it's by Simon Puddle. Mama Pig had 3 little piglets, and when they were new, they were all clean and beautiful. But being piglets, they soon got grubby. "Oh, you mucky piglets," said Mama Pig. "Tonight you will all have a bath." "No, no, no," squealed the three little piglets. "We do not want to be clean." "Yes, yes, yes," said Mama Pig firmly. "You are three little sillies and you need to be scrubbed." And she scooped them all up and popped them into the tub. "But it's too deep," squealed Piglet 1. "It's too wet," squealed Piglet 2. "Eek, eek, eek," squealed Piglet 3. And they squirmed and they wormed and they would not be washed. "I think," said Mama Pig, "that this bath needs some bubbles." And she swished and she swashed and she made lots of froth. "Ooh, bubbles are pretty," said Piglet 1. "Bubbles are tickly," said Piglet 2. "Hee hee hee," said Piglet 3. "Now," said Mama Pig, "it's time for ducks." And plop, 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 3 rubber duckies dropped into the tub. "I like ducks," said Piglet 1. "Ducks are fun," said Piglet 2. "Quack, quack, quack," said Piglet 3. "And now," said Mama Pig, "for splishy, splashy, splooshy." And she splooshed and she swooshed and galooshed them all over. "More, more, more," said Piglet 1. "Please sploosh me," said Piglet 2. "Whee!" said Piglet 3, and he wriggled and he giggled and he piggled with glee. It was the best bath time ever. Mama Pig dried them and kissed them and patted their heads. "Time for bed, my piglets," she said, and she popped them in between the sheets. "And now," said Mama Pig to herself, "it is my bath time." Mama Pig had lots of bubbles and rubber ducks and a soft green scrub brush. Then she toweled and powdered, and when she was done, she opened the door and there she saw her 3 little piglets, all clean and beautiful, sneak, sneak, sneaking down the hall. "Just where do you think you're going?" asked Mama Pig. "We are going to get grubby again," they squealed. "Oh, you bad, naughty piglet," said Mama Pig. "I just got you beautiful and clean." "We know," agreed the piglets. "We are all clean and beautiful, and we like that a lot. But we want you to give us another bath, because baths are the best fun ever." Mama Pig laughed and laughed. "Oh, you good little piglets, you can have another bath, but 2 in one day is just too much. You will all have another tomorrow." And she scooted them back to bed. "Good night, piglets," whispered Mama Pig. "Good night, Mama," said Piglet 1. "Good night, Mama," said Piglet 2. But there wasn't a peep from Piglet 3, because Piglet 3 was hee hee hee, splish splash splooshing all over again. Well, those 3 little piggies all had their own rubber ducky to play with in the bathtub. Do you like to play with toys when you take a bath? Maybe you have a toy boat to play with, or maybe your own special rubber ducky. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Rubber ducky, joy of joys, when a very best friend. It's true. Every day when I make my way to the tubby, I find a little fella who's cute and yellow and chubby. Rubber-dub-dubby, rubber ducky, oh so fine. And I'm lucky that you're mine. Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of. Rubber ducky, I'd like a whole pond of. Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Traditionally, Saturday night was bath night, and before indoor plumbing, all the kids would take their bath one at a time in a great big tub in the kitchen where it was warm and the water could be heated up on the stove. Well, the first one in had to make sure the water was just the right temperature, not too hot, not too cold, so she would put her hand in to check the water and then take her hand out. And then, if the water was the right temperature, she'd put her foot in and her whole body in to scrub-a-dub in the tub. And she'd grab Mama's homemade lye soap and start to scrub all that dirt away. And here's how we got the circle dance song called Here We Go Looby Loo. Here we go Looby Loo, here we go Looby Lie, here we go Looby Loo, all on a Saturday night. I put my right hand in, I take my right hand out, I give my hand a shake, 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 and turn myself about. Oh, here we go Looby Loo, here we go Looby Lie, here we go Looby Loo, all on a Saturday night. I put my left foot in, I take my left foot out, I give my foot a shake, 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 and turn myself about. Oh, here we go Looby Loo, here we go Looby Lie, here we go Looby Loo, all on a Saturday night. I put my elbow in, I take my elbow out, I give my elbow a shake, 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 and turn myself about. Oh, here we go Looby Loo, here we go Looby Lie, here we go Looby Loo, all on a Saturday night. I put my whole self in, I take my whole self out, I give myself a shake, 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 and turn myself about. Oh, here we go Looby Loo, here we go Looby Lie, here we go Looby Loo, all on a Saturday night. So when we wash ourselves, we have to make sure we wash our head, our shoulders, where are your shoulders? Our knees, can you pat your knees? And all the way down to your toes, knees and toes. You know this song, right? And we're gonna make sure we wash our face and neck. Where's your neck? And ears and nose. Where's your nose? And head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. Wash your head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. Wash your head, your shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. Wash your face and neck and ears and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. I'm wondering if you can do that song faster. Should we try it very, very fast? Let's see. Wash your head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. Wash your head, your shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. And your face and neck and ears and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. Woo! Good job. Now that we're all squeaky clean and beautiful, it's time to get out of the tub and dry off and drain the bathtub. Now, if you're a grown-up, take your little one on your lap, like I have my little piggy on my lap, and we're going to do a bounce. If you're a kid, grab your little pig or maybe a teddy bear or your favorite doll on your lap, and let's do a bounce. Here we go. Trot, trot to Boston, trot, trot to Maine, trot, trot to Delaware, and down the drain. And we'll go off to one side. Let's try that again. This time we'll go off to the other side, down the drain. You ready? Okay, here we go. Trot, trot to Boston, trot, trot to Maine, trot, trot to Delaware, and down the drain. And one word of advice when you're in the bathtub, don't drink the water. You can pour it on your head, you can pour it on your body, but it's not the water you should be drinking. Don't drink the water from the bathtub, or you'll never be the same. Don't drink the water in the bathtub, you'll have bubbles on your brain. You can splash and scrub when you're in the tub, and no one will complain. But if you drink the water in the bathtub, it's a doggone shame. Don't wear your socks when in the bathtub, or you'll never be the same. Don't wear your socks when in the bathtub, or they'll think you're quite insane. My Uncle Elmo wore his socks while dancing in the bathtub. Now he's got feet just like a duck. You ought to see him waddle. Now he's got feet just like a duck. Quack, 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 quack. Well, I think I'm ready to take a bath. How about you? Yeah, you want another bath? You know what? Tomorrow. Because I know baths are the best fun ever. I've got my scrunchie, I've got my soap, got my towel. And boys and girls, enjoy splish splashing in your bathtub tonight. I'll see you next time.